What if I told you that everything you've ever wanted, the abundance, the love, the purpose, the vibrant health, is already here, right in front of you? That it's not a matter of attracting it, but of learning to see it. That for your entire life, you've been trying to have a deep, meaningful conversation with the universe, but you've been shouting in English while it has been whispering back to you in a language you never learned. That language is the language of symbols. And today, we are not going to talk about the law of attraction. We're going to go deeper. We're going to talk about the quantum law of resonance. We're going to decode how the fabric of reality actually communicates, and how you can start speaking its native tongue to manifest a life that feels not just successful, but truly magical. For years, I was a master of the checklist. I did everything the self-help gurus said. I made my vision board. I wrote my affirmations. I am abundant. I am a money magnet. I am loved. I said them in the mirror, I wrote them 55 times a day. I was putting in the work. But my bank account didn't magically inflate. The soulmate didn't materialize. And I was left with this hollow, aching feeling, what am I doing wrong? Is the universe just not listening? The problem wasn't my effort. The problem was the language barrier. You see, we are taught to manifest with words and specific images. We say, I want a red sports car. We paste a picture of it on our board. But this is like going to a master chef and saying, I want food, and when he brings out a beautiful, aromatic, 5-course meal, you push it away and shout, no. I said I wanted food. This is coco vin. I don't understand it. We are asking for the specific ingredient, while the universe is offering us the entire, nourishing feast in a language we refuse to learn. This is where we bring in the science. Quantum physics has shown us that at the most fundamental level, everything is energy and information. Your thoughts are energy. Your emotions are energy. A red sports car is energy. But this energy isn't just randomly floating around. It's organized into patterns, into waveforms of potential. And these patterns communicate with each other not through words, but through resonance, through symbolic, energetic signatures. When you affirm, I am abundant, while your underlying emotional energy is vibrating at the frequency of, I am struggling and afraid of lack, you are creating static. You are shouting one word, while your entire being is broadcasting the opposite symbol. The universe responds to the louder, more authentic signal, the symbol of struggle. I remember a time when I was desperately affirming for a new job. I had the perfect job description, the perfect salary, all written down. But I was coming from a place of sheer panic, I was about to be laid off. Every interview felt forced, every application felt like a Hail Mary. I was shouting opportunity, but the symbol I was emitting was desperation. And guess what I kept attracting? More desperate situations, more dead-end interviews. The universe was perfectly answering the true symbol I was sending out. We think we're not manifesting because our words aren't powerful enough. The truth is, we are always manifesting. We're just manifesting from our unconscious, default symbolic language, the language of our fears, our conditioning, our past wounds. We are whispering symbols of limitation and then wondering why we're surrounded by walls. My entire perspective shifted not in a meditation, but while learning about the famous double-slit experiment in quantum physics. In this experiment, scientists observed that subatomic particles, like electrons, behave as either particles or waves depending on whether they are being observed. Let that sink in. The very act of observation changes the behavior of reality's building blocks. When unobserved, they exist as a wave of potential, a cloud of infinite possibilities, spread out across space and time. They are in a state of maybiness. But the moment a conscious observer measures them, they collapse into a single, definite point, a particle. A concrete thing. Now, what does this have to do with symbols and manifestation? Everything. Your conscious, focused mind is the observer. But it's not observing with words. It's observing with meaning. It collapses probability waves based on the symbolic frameworks it holds. A symbol is a container for meaning. It's a key that unlocks a specific waveform in the quantum field. Think of it like this: the quantum field is a silent, infinite ocean of potential. Your intention is like dropping a tuning fork into that ocean. The tuning fork is your symbol. If you drop a tuning fork tuned to freedom, it doesn't shout freedom in English. It simply vibrates at that specific frequency. And throughout the ocean, all energy that resonates with freedom begins to harmonize with it. It pulls that potential into your reality. This is the quantum law of resonance. Like attracts like, not in form, but in essence. I discovered this by accident. After my job hunting failure, I was burnt out. I gave up on the affirmations. One day, feeling utterly defeated, I went for a walk in a park. I saw a massive, ancient oak tree. It wasn't trying to grow, it was just solid, unwavering, deeply rooted. It symbolized unshakable stability to me. In that moment, I didn't want a job, I wanted to feel like that oak tree. So, for a week, every time I felt anxious, I would close my eyes and imagine myself as that oak tree. I felt my roots going deep into the earth, my branches steady against the wind. I wasn't visualizing a paycheck or an office. I was holding the symbol of unwavering stability. Within 10 days, I received a call from a former colleague. He said, "We need someone rock solid for this project. Someone who doesn't get flustered." I immediately thought of you. The job wasn't the one I had meticulously written down. It was better. It came with a team and a culture that valued steadiness and depth, the exact symbolic essence of that oak tree. The universe didn't give me the specific picture from my vision board. It gave me the feeling, the meaning, the symbolic reality I had been broadcasting. I had finally stopped shouting and started resonating. So, how do you become fluent in this language? How do you move from being a passive speaker of your fear-based symbols to a conscious architect of your destiny? You learn the grammar. And the grammar is based on emotion, sensation, and image, not words. Let's break it down into a practical, 3-step method. Step 1, the symbolic audit. You must first become aware of the symbols you are currently broadcasting. For the next 24 hours, act as an anthropologist studying your own life. Don't judge, just observe. When you look at your bank account, what is the immediate symbol that arises? Is it scarcity or flow? When you think about your body, is the symbol a project to be fixed or a sacred vessel of life? When you get stuck in traffic, does it symbolize the universe is against me or a moment of pause? Your external reality is a perfect mirror of your dominant internal symbols. Your relationships, your finances, your health, they are all showing you the symbols you've been holding. Write these down. This is your current vocabulary. Step 2, the symbolic shift. This is where you consciously choose a new symbol. Don't jump to the biggest thing. Start with a feeling you want more of. Do you want more peace? More playfulness? More confidence? Find your symbol. What object, animal, or natural element embodies that feeling for you? This is personal. For confidence, it might be a lion for one person, but a mighty river for another. Don't use generic symbols, use what resonates deeply with your soul. Activate the symbol. This is the quantum collapse. Close your eyes. Bring the symbol to mind. Don't just see it, become it. If your symbol is a mountain, feel its mass. Feel how storms rage around its peak, yet it remains utterly unmoved. Feel the sun warming its ancient stone. Breathe as the mountain. For 2 to 3 minutes, you are the mountain. You are not a person trying to be stable, you are stability itself. You are emitting the pure, uncontaminated symbol of steadfastness into the quantum field. Step 3, the symbolic dialogue. Now, you open a conversation with the universe. This is where the magic of manifestation truly lives. Throughout your day, ask this powerful question: if I were already living the energy of my symbol, how would I perceive this situation? If your symbol is the sun, nourishing, abundant, shining, and you get a bill in the mail, how would the sun perceive a bill? The sun doesn't panic. It shines. It might see the bill as a simple exchange of energy, a part of the natural flow, trusting that its light fuels the entire system. If your symbol is an eagle, perspective, freedom, vision, and you have a conflict with a coworker, how would the eagle see it? From 10,000 feet up, the conflict looks small, just a part of the vast landscape. The eagle would focus on the currents of wind, the big picture. This isn't positive thinking. This is a fundamental recalibration of your perceptual reality. You are teaching your observer mind to collapse reality through the lens of your chosen symbol. When you consistently practice this, something extraordinary begins to happen. The universe, which once felt silent or hostile, suddenly becomes collaborative, almost conversational. It starts sending you clues, opening doors, and arranging what can only be called meaningful coincidences or synchronicities. This is reality whispering back in its native tongue. I worked with a client, Sarah, who was struggling to find a life partner. She had been on every dating app, her affirmations were perfect, but she kept attracting the same emotionally unavailable men. Her dominant symbol, from a painful childhood, was the abandoned puppy. It was a symbol of needing to be rescued, of inherent loneliness. We did a symbolic audit, and she realized this pattern. She decided she didn't want a prince. She wanted to feel like a queen. Not a queen on a throne demanding obedience, but a queen in her own lush, sovereign kingdom, complete, whole, and choosing a consort to share her abundance with. For 21 days, she did her symbolic shift. Every morning, she would sit and become the queen. She felt the weight of a non-existent crown, not of burden, but of authority. She felt the boundaries of her kingdom, her body, her home, her energy, and felt them as sacred and protected. She walked with the posture of a queen. She then engaged in the symbolic dialogue. Before a date, she would ask, how would the queen enter this restaurant? She would carry herself with dignity and curiosity, there to see if this person was worthy of entering her kingdom, not to see if she was worthy of his. The change was dramatic. The men she had previously been attracted to suddenly seemed uninteresting. They didn't fit the new energy of her kingdom. Then, she started noticing synchronicities. She'd hear songs about royalty. She saw queens in movies she randomly chose. And then, she met a man at a bookstore, not on an app. He was looking at a book on Celtic history. They started talking. On their first date, he brought her a single, beautiful flower and said, "It reminded me of something regal." He saw the symbol she was emitting. They've been together for 2 years now. The universe didn't just send her a partner, it sent her someone who spoke the symbolic language of her new, sovereign self. This is the transformation. It's not just about getting what you want. It's about becoming the person for whom that reality is a natural expression. You stop chasing and start resonating. Life stops being a battle and starts being a dance with an infinitely intelligent partner. The anxiety of how and when dissolves, because you trust that as you hold the symbol, the field is organizing all the necessary particles to manifest it in the perfect, and often surprising, way. This is not a one-time technique. This is a lifelong mission to live a symbolic life. It is to move through the world as a conscious co-creator, a poet of reality, constantly speaking and listening to the universe in its own beautiful, silent language. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to stop being a beggar at the door of reality, shouting your list of demands, and to become the architect of your own cathedral. And you build this cathedral one symbolic brick at a time. Think of the greatest stories, the most profound myths. They are not about people who got the specific golden cup. They are about people who embodied a symbol. Luke Skywalker didn't just want to blow up the Death Star, he embodied hope. The Buddha didn't just want enlightenment, he embodied awakening. Your life is your myth. What is the central symbol of your story right now? Is it the victim? The struggler? The seeker? Now, what symbol do you want it to be? The healer? The innovator? The guardian? The joyful explorer? This is your call to adventure. And it starts now. Your first mission, should you choose to accept it. Choose one symbol. Just one. For the next 7 days. Don't make it about a thing. Make it about a quality. Choose something like fluidity, like water, resilience, like bamboo, radiance, like the sun, or nurturing, like a deep, fertile forest. Commit to the daily shift. For 5 minutes each morning, sit in silence and become that symbol. Feel it in your bones. Let your rational mind chatter away. You are speaking to the quantum field now, which doesn't understand its words, only its resonant frequency. Engage the dialogue. At least 3 times a day, pause and ask, how does my symbol perceive this moment? Let this question rewire your perception. You will be amazed at how your reactions, your choices, and your opportunities begin to shift. The world needs people who are fluent in this language. We need more people emitting the symbols of wholeness instead of division, abundance instead of scarcity, compassion instead of fear. Your personal manifestation is the first step. The collective transformation is the ultimate result. You are not a separate drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean, in a drop. And the symbols you choose to embody ripple out and change. The entire sea. I started with this geode. On the outside, it's rough, plain, ordinary. But inside, it holds a universe of crystalline structure, of perfect geometric order. This is a symbol for your life. The outer world may seem chaotic, but your inner world holds a perfect, beautiful, symbolic code. Your job is to crack yourself open and reveal that code to the world. The universe is not withholding. It is waiting. Waiting for you to finally stop shouting, and to start resonating. It's waiting for you to speak its language. So I want you to do one thing for me right now. In the comments below, write your chosen symbol. Just one word. Write, my symbol is, and then the word. Let's fill this space with a powerful wave of intentional resonance. Let's see the language of creation made visible through our collective voice. And if this message resonated with you, if you felt that click of truth, then share this video. Share it with one person who needs to hear this. Let's become a community of fluent symbolists, co-creating a more magical, conscious, and abundant world. Thank you for listening. Now, go speak to the universe. It's been waiting to hear from you.